We're here on a number of issues today, so with PDA it all comes together around single payer. So I thank Andrea and her leadership, Mike Hirsch out of Maryland, who's here as well as part of our team. But I wanted to spend my few minutes with you on not so much dissecting what went wrong. We're going to spend years on that, I think, and we're going to spend a lot of time at the kitchen table discussing that. I want to look forward, as Katie and Mark have challenged us, on the lessons learned and where we go from here. We learned early on in PDA that we needed a national movement and we needed a state movement. We believed that you could chew gum and walk at the same time, that we could help Congressman Conyers here in Washington, but we could also work within our states to move single payer forward. And there's some creative tension in the room, and that's good. Dr. King taught us about creative tension, that it's good in a movement to have that discussion and elect the Marcy Winograts of the country to come here to fix the insurance bailout bill. At the same as we've done, as we said 2 times, we just passed in the state Senate in California. We will pass again in the Assembly a bill of single payer in California, and we will remind Jerry Brown, the progressive Jerry Brown, who ran for president in 1992 as a single payer advocate, to sign that. So we're going to continue to work at the state level, as Katie said. In addition to California, not news to many of you in this room, but we do need to remind ourselves that there are many, many states, as Katie said, that are out front on this issue. Just as in Canada, we've learned that it's got to start in the province and work across. Pennsylvania, as Katie said, we've been spending a lot of time in Pennsylvania. I've been going to some of the most red parts of Pennsylvania with Russell, rallies that have been taking place in the state legislature, where there are more Republicans today in Pennsylvania than Democrats that are supporting single payer. We need to be part of that fight in Pennsylvania. You've heard from Mark on what's going on in Vermont. As Katie said, she was out in Ohio. Ohio's getting organized. And I can tell you, as somebody from Massachusetts, as Joel began the program today, the Romney plan is about to blow up in Massachusetts. So what's going to happen in Massachusetts is about to take place at a national level. So in Massachusetts, working with John and others, we're going to be working to draft a real single-payer bill, and we're going to move forward in Massachusetts. So again, inside, outside, at the state and national level, we believe we have a formula over the course of the next 6 weeks. If everybody in this room can be part of that effort, if it speaks to you. For others working outside the political arena, we're going to continue to help you to be part of that movement as well. As I said, learning our history, when I said when we look back, whether it be Shazer Belling or Thomas Paine or Elizabeth Cady Stanton at Seneca Falls, or whether it was Rosa Parks when she sat at the bus and said she's simply not going to move forward, and a minister came forward and led a civil rights movement that ended in the halls of Congress, that ended in the Rose Garden, when Dr. King stood with Lyndon Johnson and signed the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. We have to bring those movements together, and we have to work inside, outside. As PDA, we're very proud to be working with Mark and the labor movement, and the piece I want to talk a little bit about today is how do we grow this movement. We have a strategy. We need to work at the state and the national level. We've talked about electing more Marcy Winograts to Congress, but at the end of the day, the strategy, what the Healthcare Not Warfare campaign is about, is going to your congressional offices, and what we've been doing over the course of the last 4 months is part of what we call a brown bag vigil. Not everybody is lucky enough to come to Washington. Not everybody is lucky enough to be invited by Congressman John Conyers to come and speak to some of the best minds that are working on this issue. But all of us can take a half hour, 45 minutes of our time every month to go to our member of Congress's office and simply stand outside and talk. Talk to those that are not part of our movement. We have got to get outside of our bubble. If we've learned anything over the course of the last year, the media has been hijacked, and Americans simply really don't understand at the end of the day. We know intellectually that single payer, but we have to talk in real terms to our friends and to our neighbors. What we do the third Wednesday of every month is go to our members of Congress's office and hold our Healthcare Not Warfare signs, and we download the numbers of what it is costing us in real terms, the occupation of Afghanistan, and through the leadership of Katie and Healthcare Now, to show people in real terms, this is how much money you spend in taxes that could go right now into Afghanistan if we were to convert that, what it could do here at home, whether it be green jobs, teachers, whatever it might be. And with Katie's help, we can show in real terms in numbers what your county government, what your city councils are spending on insurance policies for their public employees, and what it would be if we had single payer. So the third Wednesday of every month, we go to the members of Congress, we say, you blew it. Here at the national level, we want you to fix it. We want you to give us the ERISA waiver. We want you to work with us to make sure that eventually we get that national piece that Katie and Healthcare Now.
He's going to make some concluding remarks, and then I hope